Okay. So, job market is a cyclic market. It is not always it will go up, always not it will go down, right? So it is a kind of share market or uh, any other living being kind of thing, right? It will not always up for a couple of years. Like if you ask me in 2022 or 23, it was booming. After that, again, it's went down, right? So after that, it does never pick up the way it was in 2022 or 23, right? But it doesn't matter for you because you need only one job. These are just excuses, lame excuses. I always say that there is no job in this market, all those things. If you are good in your art, right, if you are good in your work and you're taking your career very seriously, definitely you will find one job, right? It can take some extra time, right? Then there time you was having multiple offers. Now you may not have the multiple offers. At that time you was getting almost 100% salary hike. You may not get that kind of rosy thing, right? So, but it is not that you will not get one offer and you will not get a reasonable price of your skill set. Uh, this is very difficult for me at this point to buy this because I did some research. I see LinkedIn. I went on a LinkedIn. I did. If you all want to do it right now, you can do it right now. Open your LinkedIn and go on the job section and search technical writing. You'll find hundreds of technical writing job there, right? So if job is there, then where that, and we are sitting, very less people sitting out here, right? So where those jobs are going, why it is not coming to you, that you have to introspect, why it is not coming to you, right? So it can start from skill. So I'm assuming you have the skills. So then what is the first thing? The first thing is the iron gate, which is crossing before you cross it, that is your resume, right? That means your resume is not getting shortlisted. And why your resume is not getting shortlisted? There can be again multiple reasons. First is that lack of skill sets, right? Or the way the resume should be presented. Like many good companies, they have very good product, but their marketing is not good. Their sales is not good, so they doesn't get sales the way they should, right? Many companies, those who are very like Coke, right? Or you see many good car company, right? So their sales is so aggressive, they are able to make and sell that rubbish product also. Right? Coke is something rubbish, right? That good car cigarette, right? Just because of their advertisement, right? They are able to make it, and to people feel that if you eat this, you will smoke, you will be kind of cool. So they're just able to make perception, right? Perceived value, what we call it, right? So what is your perceived value by seeing the resume, right? How recruiter are perceiving you when they see your resume. They see your resume and they see that it's a fresher, ये तो other domain का है, he is from automobile, he is from aerospace, something like that, right? What kind of thing, right? Somebody perceived me, as perceived about you after reading your resume is very important thing, right? So how you are drafting your resume and being a technical writer, your resume should be impeccable. There should not be, there cannot be a single mistake in your resume because what you do uh, once is what you do every time, right? If you are not writing your resume, which is the most important part of your life, then you cannot write any documents properly. When I was taking the interview of technical writers, my first question always used to be, should I consider your resume part of your work or not? Right? So you don't have to choice to say me no, right? Why should not I? Why should not? Why cannot you say me no, right? Because you are a technical writer. I can consider your resume as a part of your sample, right? Like part of your work, right? You have written this resume, so it is part of your work, right? Either you will say me yes or no. If you will say me no, then I will ask you the reason why should not I consider your resume your part of your work. Otherwise, you have hired someone, and you cannot say that even if you have hired someone, right? You'll have to say yes to me. Now, when you're saying yes to me, then our next question, follow-up question will be find the error in your resume, right? So now you have two options. Either you find the error or you don't find the error, right? If you find the error, right, my question is, why don't you say it earlier? Why you wait me to ask you to find the error? Or else, if you don't find the error, and I find the error for you, That means you don't have eye for detailing, right? See, this is a very simple way. You can do the stress testing of the candidate. You can see the writing test of the candidate. It's a very simple way to interview any a technical writer by this method, right? So by here, I can say 50%. I make my mind like whom I'm going to hire, whom I'm not going to hire. And this is how hiring happens, right? Hiring happens emotionally. Right? In first 5-10 minutes, interviewer judge you. Like this is the candidate which I'm not going to take. Okay, or this is the candidate I'm going to take. And just half an hour, he's just doing 10%. This is the psychological thing. Okay. So if you're not getting the call, right? The first thing you should fix is your resume. First thing, right? If you need a consultant to write your resume, do that. Right? Hire a consultant if you think, right, uh, you're not getting good job. So first is problem is generic resume. Right? What is generic resume? Right? So even you are sending resume for Infosys and you are sending resume to Microsoft, your everything is same. You are not optimizing your resume as per the company JD or as per the company requirement, right? So without knowing the company, without understanding the work of the company, what are their domain, what are the things they're specifically looking, or what thing you should highlight, right? Without understanding that, you are sending a generic resume to everyone. There is the problem, right? So there's a big problem. So your resume should not be generic to everyone. It should be, you should read their JD detailed way. Nowadays we have the AI, but I will not recommend to AI for preparing your resume. First draft, first make it by yourself because easily you can see that what is written by AI. I can easily make it out. Anybody can easily make out, right? It's not there is nothing harm in making AI using AI, right? But that lose I lose your confidence on you, right? When I see this is AI written, right? So Pranay, then it's come in my mind, is it true or not? Because AI sometimes add some stuff by themselves, right? So try to make it by yourself and do grammatical check from Grammarly and all kind of tools, right? Rather than using direct AI to write your resume, right? So take mix of both your own effort, take a mix of AI, then ask Grammarly to do it, and then make it a human, give a human touch, so that it should not feel it's completely written by AI. Okay, resume should be tailored as per the organization requirement. What things should be tailored, how it should be tailored, we can just discuss later. But this is the most important thing which you should keep in your mind just a moment, while preparing your resume. Okay, this is the most important thing which you should keep in your mind. Next is no achievements. With this, what is next? Uh, what is no achievements? Achievements means I was doing this, I was writing user guide, I was writing user manual, I was writing release notes. So this was your responsibilities. Everybody is doing. So what you achieve, right? What that user guide achieve for you, right? Does it reduce any support call, right? Does it bring any value to the customer, right? If you can add that kind of achievement, right, in your resume, right, ATS will give priority. ATS just don't see your formats. ATS reads your content as well, right? So if your achievements is there and that too it is quantified. Quantified means you give something in percentage, right? Or something in numbers you are giving, data you are giving, right? So it will create more impact. Resume gets your resume to get shortlisted will be high rather than only giving your responsibilities. I have written taking interview of SMEs. I have taken a written user guide. I have used Robo Help. I have uh, do this right. So that is just listing out your responsibilities, which everybody is listing. Next is no keywords and ATS rejects you, right? On this, I have done a videos also, so that you can watch on my YouTube. If you have a link of my YouTube, it's fine. If you don't have, then so you can search it. My name, Rahul Karn, you will get it, right? So keywords is very important thing for a technical writer or any professional, be it tester, developer, technical writer, to add in your resume. It is something like search engine optimization. Anybody is from content writing or digital marketing background, they can understand what is search engine optimization. Right? Any tool, like suppose a Naukri platform, how HR will find your profile. Like, suppose I'm an engineering head, I ask HR, I need a technical writer of 5 years of experience who have written release note, who have experience in API documentation and know the tool like RoboHelp and Confluence. And this is the major criteria I want a technical writer. Okay, and should be BTech. Right. So suppose I give this education qualification, total work experience, I have given kind of works. So these are the keywords which is I'm throwing on the HR. And if you go and see in the Naukri, if you see the HR, like you, when we are logging as a individual. And when HR are logging, they have a different dashboard. In that, they have keywords to fill, right? So in keywords, they fill the same thing like experience, right? Kind of experience, what you have, the tools name, right? Other keywords. So HR put that thing, and based on the most active or the latest active user, right? Naukri give them the option, right? Suppose five in five, all the five keywords match with me, and I am active, right? So my name will be at the top, right? So similarly, HR will take top 10 resume, so will download it, right? Uh, and now before HR, ATS do for them, so ATS will do the same thing, and it will download, and HR will take those things, and HR will just scan all those 10, and it will send, and those 10, they will send five to the engineering manager to interview calls. And then manager will say, okay, this is fine. Then HR will try to schedule the call with them. So this is the life cycle of shortlisting of a resume. So how it is getting shortlisted by two things, the keywords and your relevance of how active you are. So always be active when you are in search of job, right? Always keep your profile, Naukri profile updated. I mean, every day, try to log in your Naukri profile. If possible, try to log in for 2 to 3 times per day, right? So that gives signal to Naukri that you are aggressively looking for a job. And now next is keyword. Now if keywords match with the keywords of the given by the HR, right? So ATS will think this is a right candidate, and ATS will give your resume on the top. So ATF just don't work on the keywords. ATF have different parameters. You can watch my YouTube videos. Right there, I have talked in detail about ATS, right? How ATS work. So this is not the only things. A lot of other things you should work on your resume, like how you write your bullets, right? Like I said, it should be more achievement, right? The verbs you use, the subject you use, all those things should be very clear in your resume. What your joining status. Few more things people always say that my salary is high, my I have a notice period of 3 months. That's why I'm not getting the call. So that is these are the primary thing, and those are the secondary thing, right? Because believe me, most of the company have the budget. Rarely they don't have the budget. Rarely. ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा. Because company do a benchmarking, right? We always do every year that exercise is being done by the company of benchmarking, right? And many company uh, do the corrective measure also on the benchmarking. Like suppose I'm in FIS, so FIS or any company like Pfizer, because when I was in Pfizer, that exercise I remember I was a part of that exercise. So company do a research, must HR department do that. Like company like me, like company like XYZ, what other companies are there? Okay, what is their pay salary? What salary they pay to their uh, employees? Because company also don't want to lose employee. If they pay less than the market standard, good employee will leave them, right? And if they pay more than the market standard, definitely they are leaking the money. They don't also want to leak the money, right? So companies typically do that. So believe me, most of the company will have money to pay you, right? वो एचआर कहानी बताती है. She just try to fool you that we don't have budget, right? So, because that is her KPI, right? To excuse you, right? How much जितना सस्ता में that cheap candidates he can bring, the less salaries he has to sell out, the company has to sell out. That's a good KRM for that HR. So I don't see money as a big barrier, right? Unless and until you are getting more than 50 lakh, 60 lakh, then slightly number of companies get reduced, right? Otherwise, till that, till 40, 50 lakh, that there are a lot of companies which will pay you, and number of companies are there, right? So that is not the problem. Now, problem that you are an immediate joiner or you are not immediate joiner. So all these are secondary thing. I am not saying the primary problem. So that can be managed. That can be uh, if you play well, right? So uh, then you can do that also. Right? That is easily manageable things. So this is the few things. So I don't know your resume. I have not gone through your resume personally. So I have never seen your resume. But try to remove these things. Like go and check your resume. Like is your resume generic resume? You have just mentioned the responsibilities. You haven't achieved anything. What I'm saying, you perceived value. What I'm perceiving. When I'm seeing the data, okay, she has done well. So she reduced 25%. She has written 1,000 page user guide. Okay, well, so it was translated into five. So that is making me perceived, like perception bana raha hai, right? I haven't seen you, but it's a perception, right? So sometimes you see just a person going in office, right? You don't know him, but just by looking his dress, the attitude he carried, the way he walk, right? So by that, some perception goes to your mind, right? So that's called perception, perceived value, right? So that is the way. If your resume is not making you your perceived value higher, right, you will not be get hired. And the keywords, it's play very very significant role in ATS clearance. So you should read about ATS. For ATS there is a few tools. Just search on the Google, you will get like job scan, right? That will give you ATS score. So keep eye on your ATS score, right? What is your ATS score of your resume, right? How many of you don't know ATS here? Can you raise your hand? Be honest. So everyone, you know what I'm sharing. Okay. So now this is what I've talked to about your resume. So as a technical writer, your resume should be impeccable. No grammatical mistake ever, ever. I'm saying you right. No formatting mistakes. No extra spaces. Right. No discordance in your resume. Don't try to be very creative in your resume. Right. Keep it short, simple. Right. There's a way. Right. I've talked on details in the videos. I think that is on YouTube. Okay, so that's just take care of your resume, right? This is the first thing you're not getting the call because this is the first which cracks the iron gate to get you the call. Next is portfolio, right? So many interviewers nowadays asking, do you have portfolio? So again, as a technical writer, we don't need to have a portfolio, to be honest, right? Because our work is confidential, right? So when our work is confidential, how we can give a portfolio to anybody? But interviewers ask you because they want to see something in that world of AI, right? Uh, Anybody can generate anything. And they can say that I have done this, right? So honestly, you should have one portfolio. Preferably, I will say GitHub, right? Or you can host it any other place, like Notebook is also there. And many other tools are there where you can do that, right? But you should have your own portfolio because, so suppose I ask you, do you have a sample of your work? Can you show me? You say, since our work is very confidential, I don't carry anything from my outside my office, so I cannot show you my work. So what happened? Uh, Discussion is breaking there, right? If you say yes, I have my portfolio, although this is not my real work, but I have created few pages so that you can see a sample of my work, right? And this is my portfolio. And if your link is there on your resume, so it will not break the discussion. He will be more confident on you. Like he knows that you are giving a signal that you are very proactive, right? With your work, or you're really looking for a job, and you are very thorough professionals, right? So you should create your own portfolio. That is my suggestion to you, right? So resume says skills, but no proof, right? So resume is saying that you have done this, you have done that, you have done this XYZ, right? But portfolio is a kind of your proof, okay? So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, everybody can claim I have written this, I have written that, but don't write ATI stuff for portfolio. Portfolio should be written by you, only by you, no one else, right? And I'm taking interview, so how I will have a confidence on you, right? If I work for a very good company, right, so then I can trust you. But if you're coming from unknown companies, right, it is difficult for me to understand a level of your work. So there, if you have some portfolio, right, it will help you, right? So there, uh, you can build a trust. And believe me, nobody is in that small interview, right, 1 hour interview, is going to read your portfolio a word by word. They will just skim out through your portfolio. They will just scan your portfolio. That's it. But just having the portfolio, having the link of your portfolio, right, you can uh, trust, or you can win the game. That's the importance of portfolio. And one is called wrong positioning. What is positioning, right? In terms of business, if I say, like, there are a lot of cold drinks, if you see, right? There are a lot of cold drinks, but few cold drinks position themselves as a mango drink. Right? Few companies try to position their cold drinks as a drinks for kids, like fruity. All right. So that is called the positioning, right? Bullet, if you're in the bikes, if you go, you will never see Bullet position themselves as a female car, or sorry, full female bike, right? It's positioned itself as a muscular thing, right? It's a very muscular, it's a meaty, right? And when you see the scooty, they position themselves as a right for a family or females, right? So that's called a market positioning, right? So cars, like Maruti have multiple cars, right? So every car has a different positioning. Nano, they position themselves. Nano doesn't position itself as a best car of the world. It positions itself as a cheapest car of the world, and that's went wrong for the Nano, right? So what is your positioning? Because people don't want to be cheap, right? So that was one thing. It's a case study of Nano. It was one of the things which they went against Nano, like the cheapest car of every time. People don't want to be the owner of cheapest thing, right? So wrong positioning. So what is your positioning? How you are positioning yourself? You're positioning yourself as a fresher. You're positioning yourself as an intern, right? Suppose you're positioning yourself as an intern, right? Like, hey, I have done a certification from XYZ company. I have done internship, and pay me 10 lakh rupees. Nobody is going to give you, right? So what is your positioning? You're positioning yourself as an aerospace writer, and you want a job in a good software company. So your positioning is wrong, right? You more valued in aerospace because you're positioning yourself as an aerospace company, and you're looking job in some other company. So similarly, if I'm a software background and I'm start looking job in a aerospace background, I will not get a job there, or neither I will be paid well there, because my positioning is wrong, right? I belong from some other domain, and I'm trying to position myself into other domain. So what is your positioning? That is important thing, right? Right. So like calling yourself fresher, or calling yourself expert of something XYZ. So how you are positioning yourself in the market, that's very useful. Positioning is not just from your resume, it is from your LinkedIn as well. Because nowadays, most of the company, HR, will for sure ask your LinkedIn profile, and they will visit your LinkedIn profile as well. Okay. your resume is not giving any role clear identity of you are, like you are the API writer, you were a sole writer, he was working in a group, he was a lead, he was not a lead, he was a senior writer. Who are you, right? So what is your positioning? You are positioning yourself as a lead writer, you're positioning yourself as an API writer, you're positioning yourself as a release node expert. So you should have a correct positioning, right? That is very important for you, how you're positioning that. And your positioning will describe your perceived value, right? How HR will look at you, how ATS will make a sense about you. You don't feel it when you read it, but some unknown people, when they read your resume or read about you, they make some understanding about you, right? They make us some understanding about you. Okay, अच्छा ऐसा है तो ऐसा होगा, right? So that is called as positioning, right? Again, I'm saying here no showing value, right? Here you can correlate with no achievements, right? So if there is no values, right? So you haven't bring any value. You are not talking about any values, right? Suppose you are adding some agile words, you are adding some API value words, you are adding some AI things, right? You are showing you have done some lot of certifications, right? So it shows that uh, you are enthusiastic, you are you keep on learning the things. So this is how you define your positioning. So if it is very generic, I have 90% resume is generic, right? Few days, I think almost 6 months or 1 year before, there was an opening in my team in FIS, and believe me, most of the resume was in West, right? There was no interest in reading. I was having no interest in reading those resume, no interest, zero interest. The फालतू का resume था, right? Uh, so your positioning, right? How you are positioning yourself. You are lead. You are saying yourself lead. Then what you have done? What are your achievements? That should be there in your resume, so that it will give me a vibe that what you are saying, that you are such way you have lead a team of 5, 10 people, right? You have mentored them, right? Then that's kind of thing should be in your resume, right? Meet, right? So this way, the positioning will describe your uh, perceived value. Portfolio will talk about your trustness, right? So it will give the trust, right? So if you have a portfolio, so somebody will trust you, right? This is the reason, and it will close the discussion loop, right? Like you're saying, no, I don't have a portfolio. My work was very confidential. You are absolutely correct, right? But if you have portfolio, it's will close the loop. It will give a trust to someone. And in 10 technical writers, as 11 are sitting here, so I can bet in 11 right now, more than 3 people not have the portfolio, right? Nobody has. I can bet on here right now without knowing you. Same goes with the resume, right? If your resume is very generic, it is not ATS scanned, or ATS have not gone through it. ATS score is less than 80. Very high chance you will not be get selected, right? So these are the key thing which I feel you guys should work upon, uh, and it will definitely enhance your scalability. It will definitely enhance your job. Right? I'm saying that I'm not a immediate joiner. Right? My salary is very high. My expectations are high. That's why I'm not getting job. Our market is down. AI has taken. So everything is correct. But in the same AI, in the same market, others are getting job. Right? Other are thriving. Why or not? So you have to intercept. If you need to learn AI, learn it. Right? You cannot complain anymore that I don't know AI and AI has taken my job. It will not work, right? Because others are learning, you should learn, right? So that is the only way you will able to thrive, right? You will have to spend money to learn AI. And I have started AI groups also. I have AI group also, right? Where twice we have done, right? But again, the outcome of that meeting till I have called people from multiple companies in that, right? And the outcome I feel that still most of the company is uh, in a discovery phase, right? How to use AI. All right. So most of the company have not yet moved, or they have not fired anyone because of AI. Right? कोई company ने they are not hiring, right? They are not expanding. They are just backfilling the positions. That is true. Right? Most companies wait and watch model right now. That's why we don't see that many job openings, right? But still, right, there is enough job who all are sitting out here. And in fact, those who are sitting out here, that means I have a trust that you all are serious, and that's why you have taken out the trust. Uh, because most of the people who fill the form, they don't turn up, right? So that's what I'm saying. There is very less seriousness in the market. It's not there is no job in the market. There is not right candidate in the market. I'm telling you, believe me, there is no right candidate in the market. Those who are serious with the job or those serious with the attitude, who shows the learning curve, right? So नहीं है लोग ऐसे अच्छे लोग नहीं है market में. And I can say you as a very senior IT professionals, right? Because I'm seeing the market, I'm interviewing the people. Most of them are rubbish, and most of this rubbish work in a service company, right? Uh, which I don't never want to hire them. They're just मतलब useless. किसी काम के नहीं. Uh, and this is not what I am saying. I have heard this from many leaders, right? We don't get the right people. We want people, but we don't get the right people, and that's a big problem. Okay. Clear? So this is what I have shared with you all, and this is what I have to share with you all. You are a part of my group, so I think that it was my responsibilities to discuss with you all and see and can help with my knowledge, whatever I have, right? So I have done. If you want, you can connect with me. You can write to Raksha, right? If I can, it's very difficult for me to take out the time because I have my own inner circle. Just listen from Shruti. She want to connect with me. She's my oldest friends because I'm quite busy with my real current students, right? So it's sometimes difficult. So current student and old students, and mostly my time is divided between them. And since I'm a working professional, so again, thing is there. And a few people also want to transition their career from technical writing to different roles, so I have to cater them also, right? So this is what as a my purpose is big. My purpose is to always help technical writers and to make a world where everybody have a job, right? Because I have seen that pain. Because I most of us become technical writer accidentally, not in a planned way. During our career, during our educations, we never think that we will become a technical writer. So I also become a technical accidentally. And I take it very seriously, technical writing. And from that time, I'm teaching technical writing, right? So anybody have any question? I have still few minutes to discuss. What is div? Anyone have any question? Can you guys speak out? Is blocked. I'm assuming no. Shivam, you have any question? Viswa, you have any question? Jansi?
No questions, Rahul.
No question, sir. I'm good.
Perfect. Does it make sense what I have told right now?
Yeah, of course. Like we got the understanding, like where we are going wrong.
Mhm.
Let's see what happens.
Okay,
Thank you so much for your time.
perfect. So thank you everyone. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I joined a bit late. So the
Blissy,
recording
you
will
are
be
here.
available, right?
Yeah, I'll give you the recording. Blissy.
Okay. Uh, um. Yeah. Yeah. Only after going through the recording, maybe I will have questions. I'm also like searching, and I'm not getting any calls. I have applied
Okay,
several places.
okay. Anyone else? Ritesh? Rohini? What is this div? don't know. Because let me know how we could connect. Dear Thoma.
That's me. That's me. Bless you.
Okay.
I connected like twice, like from phone
Achha.
now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Fine.
I leave from my mobile.
That's why Echo is coming. And who's this div? DIV? This you? Let's see.
No, sir.
It's not you. Okay. So guys, let's wrap up for today. If you have any questions, anything, you can reach out to me. Bye bye.
Thank you, Rahul. Bye.